All right, hey guys, this is Nem. I've got some strats for you to get through the first part of the first fight. It's not going to be the whole fight, just some quick mechanical tips here. And also, if you're a black mage, you can kind of get a little bit of an idea of what you're going to be doing. This video will be a little bit long. Let's try to speed it up here as much as we can. So the first mechanic here is going to be an 8-way roll-based cleave. So you're going to do clock spots, right? As Black Mage, we're going to move our little butt all the way over here with like some instacast on opener. And you'll see that these little triangles, look at these triangles on every single square. We're going to use those to do this mechanic. Okay, so all the DPS, you can do this like DPS in first or supports in first. I think supports in first just makes more sense because of casters to minimize movement. So DPS will stand on intercardinal triangles on these squares, and then supports will do cardinal on the line closer to the boss. So you'll see these healers and tanks are close to the boss to beta cleave, and the DPS are out near the triangles to do damage. And then what's going to happen is it will cleave the supports. Okay. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Okay, boom. The supports, all four were cleaved. The supports are now moving to max melee, and the DPS are moving to the hitbox to bait the second part. And then boom, just like that, right? Easy. Second part, the lane that the supports were in is going to get hit again. So the supports need to move clockwise one spot like this to dodge. And then everybody will move counterclockwise one spot to what you would call partner stacks, but you don't need to partner stack yet. That's for later. But for now, just get out of the way. Black Mage, you're going to move your ley lines here and chill. Next mechanic's going to be a left or right dodge. We're on tank side. So, well, after the tank buster, nobody cares, right? But we're going to be on tank side for this, so it's going to be a little backwards. But we'll remember it from the perspective of the rest of the raid. We're going to think left in terms of left or right, even though it's a little bit backwards. I'll say left, but go to the right, which is, you know what I mean, a little confusing. But bear with me. So we're waiting, we're having a great time. And then the claws come out, boom, there's the first claw. If we were looking from behind the boss, that would be the right hand. That's the boss's right hand, which means the safe spot is left and then right. Okay, remember that. So we're going left and then right. Easy. Now Soul Shard gets cast. Two clones get created. One clone is here on my right, and one is hard to see. It's behind the boss. Since the safe spot was left, then right, we have to be on the left of both clones and then move to the right of both clones. Okay, so you'll see we're going to be on this one's left and that one's left. So where the one marker player is the safe spot, and then we'll move diagonally across to the second safe spot. So here we are. That you might need to look at that a few times to get it, but that's basically what it is. Look, so there's sleepy cats. They're waking up. Very, very easy. Cast 9 lives. A couple seconds after 9 lives goes off, since we're on the left of both clones, we're going to be safe. Boom, look at that pie slice, right? And then we're going to move diagonal across, and now we're on the right of both clones, and it starts a cast bar. Okay, so you'll see that we're in the pie slice in just a second. That's not super important. What is super important is that quadruple swipe means partner stacks, 4 AoEs. But if it's double swipe, it's 2 AoEs, so light parties. If it's light parties, you'll be on east and west of the boss. If it's quadruple, you're going to do your partner stacks on the corners of the boss, right? So look, me and my partner come up here. Everybody gets their little partner, right? Boom, easy, nobody died. Okay, gonna cast another clone. What's gonna happen here is we're gonna have another 8-way cleave from the start of the fight, but we're also gonna have a boss jump, okay? Just like from normal. Check it out. Boss is casting, it's gonna jump over here, so same thing. DPS use those diamonds on the squares, right? So I'm gonna be right here and out. Supports in on the line, and DPS move in. Now, this is where it does either light party or it does partners based on what happened before. Since we had partners before, what do you think we're going to have next? Light pot. Just kidding. We're getting partners again. Come on, pay attention. Look at this. I almost messed this up, I think. I was like, is it party? No, it's not. Partners, right? Yeah, exactly. Pay attention, me. All right, cool. Easy, easy. All right, so at this point, this is my strategy. I place myself on the A marker here because it's connected to 4 squares. If I was on the south side, I could do the south 4. But the next mechanic is going to be this AoE Bloody Scratch, and then it's going to be Mouser from normal mode. And so this is how you solve Mouser. Mouser lights up the tiles red, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, however many at a time, doesn't matter. The point is you need to dodge the red AoEs, but you also have to dodge the squares that get hit twice. Okay, so what I do is I look for the tile that gets hit first and I move out of that one, and then I move into that tile after it gets hit, and then I wait to see which tile doesn't get hit second or doesn't get hit 2 times, and I move into that one. All right, so let's watch. So we're in the middle. Going to cast in just a moment. We're waiting forever. All right, so this square is red. We're going to move out of that square in just a second, and this opposite square is red. So I'm going to stand in this one, and then this one lit up. So we actually have a pretty easy pattern because we're standing in the last square. And now we're seeing for which one. So all 4 squares have lit up once, which means we're going to dodge a 1 to 4. I'm sorry, a 4 to 1. So we dodged into the 4th AoE, right? That's where we are now. We're going to dodge into the 1st AoE after it goes off. Then we're going to figure out which one doesn't get hit twice. All right. So wait. So far nothing. Okay. So the 4th AoE gets hit twice, so we can't stay here. Not safe. This one gets hit twice, so we're not going to move there, which means it's going to be this quadrant or this quadrant. So we're probably going to just wait for the 1 to get hit and then move into it because it's safe. Boom, just like that. See? And now we're just chilling. The platforms mechanic is probably going to take you the longest amount of time to learn at first. Things get even crazier later, but this platforms mechanic really throws people for a loop. So we're going to go into it in depth, and this will like really expedite your prog if you can just understand. So what happens? It heals the arena, and you have, in this example, 4 broken tiles and 4 non-broken tiles, and boss spawns a clone. The clone is going to do punch attacks on 4 players. The punch attacks are either knocking them into the air, which means they'll fly back 1 tile in the direction that they're looking, and they need to land on one of these safe tiles, one of these non-broken ones, because it will become broken. Or they're going to punch them and they're not going to get knocked back. They're going to get stuck in place. They still need to be on a safe tile. Now, it's going to get a little crazy because there's a cross AoE at the same time, so the party has to pay attention. So let's take a look. We'll walk through it. The pattern can be random, but what we see here is that the boss, their fist is in the air. It's a little hard to see. Let's back it up just a second. But you can see for just a second, they put their hand in the air just like that. So see this pose up here? This pose is putting this pink marker above obedient little b here. This pose where they're standing straight up and their knuckles are like towards the air, right? This very upright pose. This means that they're going to hit the player with the pink paw, but they're not going to get knocked into the air. They're going to get knocked into the ground, so they're not going to move. What that means is that obedient B needs to pick one of these 4 tiles to stand on top of. It doesn't matter which direction they're facing, doesn't matter anything. They just need to be on a tile. Now, let's say obedient B picks, let's see which tile. That's the wrong tile. There you go. So obedient B has picked this tile. This is going to do a line AoE through this row. So from the A marker to the C marker, that left side is all going to get cleaved, and it's a cross AoE, so the tile right next to him is also cleaved, which means the tile that I'm in is the tile you want to be in. Watch. The clone's going to punch. It's going to do that cross AoE, and he got down for the count, which means he's just sitting there, stunned on the ground. He did the mechanic correctly, and the party was not in the line AoE, so they did it correctly. That's one possible attack. There's another kind. Let's see what we get next. Okay, so this is again the upright position, so the player that gets hit isn't going to get knocked back. Ideally, what you would do is save the middle ones probably for these like easy not moving ones, so you can get knocked back to the far ones. But technically, it doesn't matter. So let's see where they're going. They're going to stand there, so we're going to make sure we're out of the cross AOE, right, from that player, and they're not going to get knocked back anywhere because of this upright position. So we are in the correct spot. They're in the correct spot. Boom, easy, down for the count. Okay, now for the other pattern. Now the boss is going to do 2 knockbacks, okay? So watch this. See how the position is different? The fist is in the air. Oh, and the knuckles are actually kind of pointed towards the sky. So you really want to pay attention to just that they're hunched over, they're kind of crouched down. That's going to be your tell. So what this means is the player that gets marked is going to be knocked back 1 tile and needs to land on a safe tile. They're still going to do the cross AoE. So this player, are they going to do it right? It doesn't. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. This player, even though they're over here, they're doing it correctly. The party's going to stand here. The cross AoE will go on the left, but look at the way they're facing. They're facing their character towards this tile, so the clone is going to teleport behind them, do the cross AoE, boop, boop, and knock them back bloop, into this square, right? It's going to be easy. Watch this. Look, Hadouken, boom, touchdown. And that's it. It's about to happen one more time. So you'll see this diagonal. Now, you don't have to solve this diagonally. This is just how we did it here. But that's totally fine. Check this out. We're standing away from them. The cross AoE hits them, and then they fly to the corner. Boom, touchdown. Right? If you can get that, you will save like an hour off your prog. Now, here's the last part of this mechanic. There's going to be a tank buster followed by a knockback that you cannot knock back immune. Since you can't knock back immune it, you have to find a safe corner to get to. And so you'll see here that the corners are not back yet, but they will be shortly. So we're going to pay attention. We're going to pay attention. And we see what? Okay, so see these 2 corners? These 2 corner tiles are about to come back, so we know we can get knocked back into them. The opposite side will do the exact same thing. So we're going to get knocked back into this because you can't knock back a unit. You cannot arm's length. But there's an additional final little mechanic here where everybody gets a spread marker. So just make sure that you spread after you get knocked back. So there it is, knocked back. Nobody's on top of each other, and we're done. Okay, these tiles come back. You can step on them early. Works out. And now we're going to have a left and right cleave. All right, it's always a left and right cleave here before things get kind of crazy. We're living our best black mage life. So it's going to be a jump cleave, right to safe, and then left. So right then left is the movement. So right, then left. Now we are facing north. This is important to know. We need to remember that when facing north, it was right safe and then left. Okay? Right and then left. Now they have a clone that it summons. This clone is sleeping. Check this out. Sleepy clone. Bubbles, right? Look at that. Night night. Sleepy cat. It's going to do the 8-way cleave and a jump. So check this out. We're going to handle it exactly like we did before. So see the jump marker here? We're going to do it just how we normally do it. I think I'm in the wrong spot. I'm supposed to be up here, but you know, it is what it is. Supports will be in, then DPS out. And then, see, everything's fucked up because of me. That's okay. You would handle this completely normally. And you would use True North as like your guiding star. Don't do boss relative. That's too many brain cells trying to like readjust for people, right? So it's the exact same mechanic as before, but now you summon a different clone. All right. So what's going to happen now is the clone is going to jump and do the left and right cleave again. But you can get one of 2 mechanics here. Both cats are sleeping. I think in this pool, we're going to get the party stacks mechanic, which is a little bit easier. But you can also get the nail clipper mechanic. So let's take a look and see what happens. Okay, so this cat wakes up. And this is nail chipper. So nail chipper marks 4 players with nail chipper markers. These players are going to get ready for the 8-way cleave mechanic. Everyone's going to get ready for the 8-way cleave mechanic. The only thing is whoever gets nail chipper has to be the second group. So you know how when we do the 8-way cleave mechanic, it's always supports first, and then supports move away from the boss, DPS get close. Well, it can flip around here. If the supports get this nail clip chipper marker, then the DPS need to go first and the supports need to go second. Whoever gets nail chipper will die if they go first and then take nail chipper at the same time. So since we have a lot of deaths, you'll see a mix of a tank and a healer and DPS all have it at the same time. This is just because of deaths. But with nail chipper, it's an 8-way cleave, and whoever gets the orange markers does the 8-way cleave second. So let's take a look here. So it's going to jump, right, to the same spot. So if this mob was the south mob, so it was facing north, so it jumped to the left. That's exactly where the boss jumped earlier. It jumped to the left if you're on south. So you just have to know that if the boss jumps left, the clone jumps left as well. It just depends on which clone wakes up. If this one woke up on the A marker, it would have jumped to the east side because it's facing south. And then the same mechanic would go off, right? If it's nail chipper, it's going to be the 8-way cleave. See what I mean? But if it's not nail chipper, it can be something else. Now let's see if I can find it in this clip, because I think I have a poll which works out exactly the same, but we see the other mechanic. Let's take a look, because that will get you through almost all of the fight. I think this is it. We have 2 clones. Yes, this is it. So let's go back a second. So it's waking up the cat, and we run to the opposite side, right? So the boss jumped. Hold on, let's look. Let's rewind just a little bit here. Just a little bit. Let's see this whole part of the phase as a family, as a little YouTube family. Okay, so we got our left and right, and the boss is jumping to its right, or I'm sorry, it's left. I'm looking at it backwards. Left, and then it was left and then right. So boss jumped left. Okay, summons this dude. Boss jumped left. Left was safe, then right was safe. So left, left, right is the way I'm going to think about it. You can think about it how you want. I'm going to think left, left, right. We got the quadruple thing again. It's jumping down here. Maybe we'll do it right this time. So it's supports, then it's DPS, then it's, get out of the way, then it's get out of the way again, right? Good to go. So remember, left, left, right was safe. Going to summon the second clone, right? Which clone's going to wake up? Which clone's going to wake up? Is it the north clone or is it the south clone? I think it's the north clone because I got here first. Let's take a look. Yes, so he's targeting the first clone. The first clone is looking north. So since the boss jumped left, then left was safe, then right was safe, this clone is gonna jump left. And then its left is gonna be safe. But it's mirrored because it's facing the opposite direction. See? So yawn, sleepy cat's waking up, right? We're over here. And then I think we're gonna see a crazy mechanic that we haven't seen. This is Tempestuous Tears. So the boss is going to do the left, left, right thing again, but we also have party line AoE stacks, which means tanks in the front, right? So we don't handle this well. This is the first time we ever saw this, but look, we need to be on the left side because it's left. The clone jumped left. We have to be left of that clone and then jump right, but we're not. So we die, right? Sorry. Anyways, been talking too long. I just wanted to show you guys this so that you can kind of get an idea of how to do the fight. That'll at least get you past the halfway mark. You'll probably start seeing repeat mechanics after that. I don't know. I have to go prepare for some work stuff, but I just wanted to share that with you. So thank you so much. Like and subscribe, do all that thing, and I'll get some Black Mage specific guides out once I actually clear the fights so I can tell you, like, do your rotation this way, right? But in the meantime, I got to go. Thanks so much. I'll see you later. This is Nem. Bye.